Coming up on CBS 7 News at 10, an explosion at a fireworks market in Mexico kills at least 9 people and injures dozens more. Tonight we take you there and look at the aftermath. Now hiring. Those are the words on full display at the Halliburton facility in Odessa. But is it the sign of another oil boom in 2017? We ask a local expert. Plus, it's a 16-year streak that TxDOT is trying to bring to an end, and it all starts with keeping drivers safe behind the wheel. Tonight we'll show you how the agency plans to make it happen.
Live from the most watched station in West Texas, you're watching CBS 7 News, the breaking news and weather authority. CBS 7 News at 10 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you're traveling for the holidays or expecting company, TxDOT is working to keep the roads safe, not only for the holiday season, but every day. CBS 7's Brianna Gallegos tells us about a creative way TxDOT is hoping to prevent accidents on the road. Brianna?
In the past 16 years, at least one person has gotten into a car, but never made it to their destination alive. That's why TxDOT is taking small initiatives to help shed light on a bigger picture. So do you think that this is kind of a fun way to look at something more serious?
Definitely.
As crowds of people walked in and out of Music City Mall, they lined up to dodge virtual snowballs flying at them, all a part of a Drive Sober campaign initiated by TxDOT.
All these different campaigns we do throughout the year are all designed to end the street.
Whether it's alcohol related or not, on average 9 to 10 people die a day in the state while driving or riding as a passenger. And Gene Powell with TxDOT says that statistic is alarming.
You know, November of 2000 was the last time we had a day where someone didn't die on a Texas road.
And as people of all ages see this as fun, it's something more serious that hits closer to home for Powell.
And that's part of the reason I do what I do for a living, is to help people remember the rules of the road and remember to be safe on the road, to where they don't have to go through what my family went through a few years back.
7 years ago, Powell's mom died after being in a car accident on I-20 in Odessa. He says it's a difficult memory to talk about.
Traffic was being diverted off the road, and my daughter and I pulled up right behind the crash.
Since then, Powell has devoted time with TxDOT to prevent and cut down the number of fatalities in Texas, starting here in Odessa, by motivating each campaign like this one, raising drunk driving awareness.
You don't ever have to drink and drive. There's cabs, there's friends, there's family members. You can do something by pre-planning and not drink and drive. And that's the message we're trying to remind people of.
Hopefully this holiday season, that message is heard loud and clear. Reporting in Odessa, Brianna Gallegos, CBS 7 News.
Time now for a CBS 7 Weather Authority update.
Well, things definitely warmed up today across West Texas. Let's take a look at those high temperatures. We should usually be into the mid-50s this time of the year. We were into the mid-60s out there. In fact, warmest temperature in the state, 70 degrees down towards Alpine earlier today. Currently, those temperatures have cooled off a little bit into the mid-40s, so jacket weather, feeling pretty good for all the Christmas shopping, last-minute Christmas shopping out there. 35 right now, the cool spot in Marfa. We'll be down into the upper 30s across the Permian Basin overnight tonight as a few of these high clouds hang around in the forecast, but even warmer weather is on the way for the start of winter tomorrow.
Tom, thanks very much. Christmas presents are something many people look forward to, but receiving, but not everyone is fortunate enough to get. And one organization in Midland needs your help to make sure those living on the streets have a cheerful holiday as well. CBS 7's Amanda DeBerry learned tonight it won't cost you much to help the homeless. Amanda?
It's another typical day for Jay Walton.
And I got this Bible, brand new.
Sitting by his pile of blankets, watching the days go by.
I don't try to live on the streets, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to.
Walton has been homeless for 15 years, but his life wasn't always this difficult.
I graduated from high school, you know what I mean? Went to college, took guitar.
As you can see, homelessness doesn't discriminate, and it's especially harsh in extreme temperatures.
How many times have you walked past someone living on the streets in your neighborhood and felt guilty, convicted, afraid, or just didn't know how to help?
I just couldn't imagine doing that and living that lifestyle. Regardless of why they're out on the streets, they're on the streets and oftentimes they're by themselves. And You know, it's nice to be able to give to them when they don't have anything.
This is why Church Under the Bridge Pastor Evan Rogers started an initiative in Midland. He's hoping to redefine holiday giving and empower people to do something about homelessness by giving them a $10 gift card to Dollar Tree and/or a monthly Easy Rider bus pass.
When you see a need, you try to fill that need without enabling them.
$50 will unlikely end Walton or anyone else's homelessness. But Rogers says it can help provide their basic needs like clothing or food.
Ultimately, we want to better their circumstance to help them gain hope.
Do you think that'll help you?
Sure would.
In Midland, Amanda DeBerry, CBS 7 News.
Amanda, thanks. Church Under the Bridge Pastor Evan Rogers is hoping to raise 100 gift cards. Those gift cards will be given away during their Christmas service this Saturday. If you would like to help them, you can visit our website at cbs7.com. When you receive an emergency alert on your phone, be it silver, blue, amber, or endangered, they all come from the state. And while law enforcement agencies submit thousands of alert requests a year, the state only pushes a fraction of them through. That's partially because of strict criteria that a person must meet to be considered missing or endangered. But now several Permian Basin counties will have a concentrated system. Corporal Steve LaSuere with Odessa Police say they will work to bring a more flexible criteria in defining a missing or endangered person.
We would be able to activate a regional alert instead of waiting 1 to 2 hours for headquarters in Austin to approve it. We could actually just activate the regional alert right away.
Odessa Police will be the headquarters for the Region 8 within the Texas Regional Alert programs. Our region spans from Gaines to Terrell County. Odessa Police chosen because of its central location and also because they have the biggest call load, meaning they're the busiest agency in the region. Each missing person would be on a case-by-case basis, and OPD would decide how the alert is sent out. Keep in mind, though, the regional plan doesn't go against the state. In fact, state agencies encourage areas to have those regional alert programs. All local agencies would still be working with Texas Department of Public Safety in recovering missing people. New tonight at 10 o'clock, if you've driven by the Odessa Halliburton facility recently, you may have seen a big, bold sign in front of the building. The now hiring sign is welcoming view to many West Texans, as some say they expect an uptick in the oil industry in 2017. Financial expert Mickey Cargile says Halliburton won't be the only place where jobs will be available as we enter the new year.
You'll see that rig count continue to grow throughout this year and next year, and so companies will have to start adding people now so they can service those drilling rigs. And so you should see, especially the local service companies, start adding lots of employees.
Cargile also added the Permian Basin rig count is up to 258 and growing steadily. With so many people hitting the road over the holiday weekend, you may be uneasy about leaving your house behind unwatched and vulnerable. To ease some of the stress during the holidays, Big Spring Police and Sheriff's Office in Howard County will be on patrol and watch over homes while residents are away. All you have to do is give them a call or go to the police station and they will look over your property. Odessa and Midland Police Departments are also offering the same service. Time is running out to help the Salvation Army through the Empty Stocking Fund. The fund is a partnership between the Salvation Army and the Odessa American. This year, more than $120,000 is needed to help families in Odessa. Today, I presented a $2,000 check on behalf of Investment Corporation of America and their team members. Now we hope you will help to join in before the Christmas Eve deadline passes.
This year, we're helping approximately 1,500 children in the community here in Odessa and Ector County, and we need the help of the giving community here in Odessa to help us out with that.
If you would like to help, take your donations to either the Odessa American or to the Salvation Army. The deadline, by the way, is this Saturday, December 24th. Each year, the Heritage Museum in Big Spring chooses a custom ornament to be created for that year. The ornament is usually designed after a historic building that is significant to the community. This year, the ornament was made to resemble the Ritz Theater. The theater is currently owned by Brent Ryan, and the museum director tells us there are plans to renovate the old theater. The Ritz has earned its place in the city's history as it was built back in 1928.
There's so many choices that it's really hard to make, so I just kind of go through there and see what would make the best, has the best architectural features.
The previous ornament was designed after the hotel settles. Both can still be purchased at the Heritage Museum. Christmas Eve will begin a couple of hours earlier for Walmart employees this year. The nation's largest retailer announced it will close at 6 p.m. this Saturday. In recent years, it has closed at 8 p.m. on Christmas Eve. You may also remember that Walmart had come under fire in recent years for kicking off the holiday sales season with Black Friday offers at 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day, which requires employees to come in to work on the holiday. The retailer has also been taking steps to retain more of its workers by raising the wages of more than 1 million employees. Last week, a teenager in Big Spring lost her life in a car crash. Since then, Jasper Perez's family, with the help of the Big Spring community and neighbors, raised approximately $6,500. Her funeral will be this Thursday at Mount Olive Cemetery in Big Spring at 10 in the morning. Still ahead here on CBS 7 News tonight, it looked like the scene out of a war movie, but it was much worse. We'll take you to a deadly explosion in Mexico that killed at least 9 people, all caught on video. But first, Weather Authority Tom Tieferteller gives us a sneak peek at what's coming up with his full weather forecast. Tom, we're getting closer to Christmas. How's it looking?
Well, it looks like we're going to see things cool off a little bit, but staying mild, though, really for this time of the year. Looking at our weather almanac for today, we saw those temperatures well above normal. Topped out at 66 degrees. Usually we're at 57, and so it's going to be even warmer tomorrow for the start of winter. Well, welcome back. Here's a look at our weather headlines again for Wednesday, the start of winter, the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year. Well, we're going to see warm temperatures out there, a mix of clouds and sun in the forecast, but the winter chill back in the forecast late tomorrow night and into Thursdays. We're going to be dealing with that. And then on Friday, more clouds, maybe even a shower in the forecast. As temperatures are not going to be all that bad coming up for the Christmas weekend. Now, as we take a look at current temperatures, live iCam in Odessa showing 46 right now with a west-southwesterly wind at 3 miles an hour. Here's what we are looking at again across the area. We are seeing that we do have a little disturbance back here. You can kind of see this curlicue right here. That's an upper level low back across portions of the Pacific Southwest. That's bringing in some high cloudiness. We also have another storm system here moving on shore across the Pacific Northwest. This will swing a cold front down across the area as it pushes across to our north later on tomorrow night. But in the meantime, though, we're watching this to continue to bring in the specific moisture, and that could lead the way to maybe a shower or two later on in the week. Right now, it looks like a lot of the moisture, though, is going to stay off to the north and west, and all we're really going to get out of this are some high clouds, but a change in our temperatures. Tomorrow, though, that big ridge of high pressure, though, is going to keep things rather mild across the area. Now, taking a look at the Futurecast forecast centered up on the Midland, Odessa area and West Texas. Again, high clouds will continue to move across for the morning hours and into the afternoon. So we'll call it a mix of clouds and sun, but a west to southwest wind should keep things warm tomorrow afternoon. Really, we are picking up a little bit of moisture there across the area, but I think most of the showers are going to be well off into portions of New Mexico. So just some mid to high level moisture in the forecast here, as most of the rain is going to stay back across the the Sacramento Mountains and even in the north central portions of Mexico. As that colder air rolls in, could be looking at some snow in a few locations. For the rest of this evening, though, and into the overnight, we are going to see those temperatures drop down into the lower 40s to upper 30s on the overnight low, but not expecting a freeze in really any location out there, as we're going to see temperatures moderate quite a bit, and that'll be the trend for tomorrow. In fact, after a chilly start, looks like the lower 70s on the way with a west to a northwest wind as that front gets a little bit closer for tomorrow evening. So we are going to see mild temperatures tomorrow. In fact, warm temperatures by December standards. Things will start to cool off, though, tomorrow night into Thursday, getting into Friday there before Christmas. We're going to see some more clouds, maybe a shower or two in the forecast, but overall, not too bad on the temperatures. A couple of clouds here and there. We'll call it about a 10% chance of maybe some light rain in the forecast Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Travel looks okay. Not too bad a holiday forecast.
Not exactly winter tomorrow.
Not exactly.
But there will be some days where...
Yeah, we are going to really cool off coming up on Thursday.
All right, so you got the Christmas lights up. Looking good there. All right, Tom, thanks. A deadly explosion destroyed Mexico's best-known fireworks market on Tuesday. The reported death toll ranges from 9 to as many as 29. More than 70 are also reportedly injured. Chris Martinez reports from Los Angeles.
An explosion tore apart the open-air San Pablito fireworks market on the outskirts of Tultepec, north of Mexico City on Tuesday. As many as 2,000 people were there at the time as customers stocked up for the coming Christmas and New Year's holidays, which are traditionally celebrated with fireworks. The explosion and ensuing fire sent charcoal gray smoke billowing into the air and left the ground looking like a battlefield. Firefighters put out hotspots in some areas, and in others waited for the fire to burn any unexploded fireworks. The blast leveled most of the other fireworks stalls. Burned out shells of vehicles surrounded the market. Fireworks could be heard still going off as rescuers carried victims to waiting ambulances. The explosion also damaged nearby homes. Authorities ordered people to stay 3 miles away from the site as rescuers sort the debris. It's at least the third time disaster struck this fireworks market. In 2005, a fire set off a series of explosions that leveled hundreds of stalls ahead of Mexico's Independence Day. The second happened in 2006. Chris Martinez, CBS News.
There is still much more to come after the break. You're watching CBS 7 News at 10. We'll be right back. Happening right now, we have some breaking news for you. You're looking at live footage in Odessa tonight where crews are on the scene of a crash. This happened near the intersection of Maple and JBS Parkway in Odessa. Our crews confirmed that at least one lane of traffic has been diverted and at least one person has been taken to the hospital. Stay with CBS 7 and CBS7.com as we get more information available, but it's best to stay out of that area. Again, Maple and JBS Parkway. This crash is currently happening as we speak, so stay out of that area. Looking for a revolutionary way to talk to Santa Claus? We'll look no further than the Video Call Santa app.
Hello there! Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho! This is Santa Claus speaking. What's your name?
The app features a fun tool for your kids to talk with pre-recorded Santa on video calls so parents can watch the video recordings of the conversation between you and Santa and your kids. Santa asks a series of questions, including have you been naughty or nice and what do you want for Christmas? You can connect with the Santa right away or set up a time you want to receive a video call from Santa. The best part? It's free of charge. Speaking of Santa, the city of Odessa will be taking phone calls to the North Pole this Thursday. On your screen, you can see the number to dial for English as well as a separate number in Espanol. There is a 3-hour window to call Santa Claus, and that's from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Again, it's coming up this Thursday, December the 22nd. 4 more government officials are facing criminal charges over lead-contaminated water in Flint, Michigan. 9 others were charged previously. They're accused of putting the health of city residents at risk to pull off a financial conspiracy. Jerika Duncan has the details.
We will aggressively prosecute these cases.
Michigan's top prosecutor Bill Schuette blamed the Flint water crisis on former state employees who he says were fixated on money.
This fixation has cost lives.
Schuette filed felony charges against former emergency managers Darnell Early, Gerald Ambrose, and 2 other former Flint employees. The Attorney General says Early and Ambrose misused a special bond clause, which allows the city to borrow money for emergencies. They allegedly devised a legitimate reason to borrow tens of millions of dollars, but then diverted that money to a different project. In 2014, Flint switched from using the Detroit Water Department to the Flint River to save money. The problem? The corrosive river water wasn't treated properly, causing lead from old pipes to leach into the water supply. The officials charged were accused of ignoring warnings that the water was unsafe. In March, Darnell Early spoke to CBS News correspondent Adriana Diaz.
In retrospect, I'm sure everybody wishes they had done more. I certainly do.
Flint mother of 3, Melissa Mays.
These people should go to jail. They should have their rights taken away like we did.
We tried reaching the men charged. One man's attorney told me they are prepared to fight the accusations and expect a long, drawn-out court battle. Today, the city still recommends using a filter to drink the water in Flint. Jerika Duncan, CBS News, New York.
When we come back, we'll talk sports. Jay Gaden joins us now. One thing the Dallas Cowboys want for Christmas, NFC East title, and they could do that by winning this week.
Yeah, they could call Santa on the app now.
They might. Sure.
Call the CEO. Sure. I had to send letters before when I was a kid. Come on now. But no matter what, Cowboys, some news today, some more Pro Bowlers heading to the Pro Bowl for the Dallas Cowboys as well, as we have some local basketball coming up next in sports. Stay with us. Welcome back, I'm Jake Gaden. Here's a look at local sports this evening. The Dallas Cowboys are rocking and rolling after the 26-20 win over Tampa Bay. The Cowboys are one win away from securing the NFC North. Plus 5 Cowboys were voted into the Super Bowl this year, or the Pro Bowl, this year. Both Zeke and Dak led the Pro Bowl group. Speaking of Zeke, his little stunt in the Bucs game, well, it's helped the Salvation Army receive over $250,000 donated. Talk about helping a cause. It was also mentioned today that Randy Gregory may be back sooner than you think for the Cowboys, maybe even making an appearance in Week 17. And also, let's not forget that walkie-talkie incident with the Cowboys and the Giants today. The Giants were officially fined $150,000 for the rule violation, plus head coach Ben McAdoo was fined $50K, and the Giants' 4th-round pick will be moved to dead last in the round. The Giants are the only team to beat Dallas this season. And there has been something to do with Texas and having a quarterback problem. Now the Texans have named their backup quarterback, Tom Savage, their starter for Week 17 against the Bengals. Starter Brock Osweiler will be his backup. Savage was 23 for 36 with 270 yards with no TDs or turnovers, and the Texans win over the Jags on Sunday. The Lady Cougs battling the Midland High Bulldogs tonight. Started the third quarter trailing 33-19. Back-to-back buckets by Cooper Cheyenne Sherwood. The second one here on the jumper cuts the lead to 33-25. By the way, this is girls basketball. But the ladies Bulldogs would respond with the hot shooting of Tasha Rushton, who buries the three. Then Cooper back in it inside with the Sherwood muscling her way to put off the glass. But the Lady Bulldogs would still lead by 15. Cooper trying to get back into it. Fast break as Denise Edwards finds Onisha Kier with the stride, drawing the foul and making the shot. 3-point play is good, but Midland High is just too strong shooting. Rushton again, this time connecting for the short-range jumper. Let's look at the final score in this one. Midland High winning tonight over Cooper, 56-41. And it's officially basketball season, as I said, in Texas, and some Permian Basin teams were in action before the holiday tournaments. Here's the men's team playing Lubbock Monterey up in Lubbock. Monterey's offense started early, rolling. Adonis Jalamillo dishes it off to Matthew Lucio, who knocks down the three. Plainsmen lead by 3 in the first. A few plays later, John Lucio takes it strong for the layup. And that's later now in the second. Monterey adds to their lead. Lucia kicks it off to Kaylin Nosef, who drives the baseline and nails the jumper, but Odessa doesn't back down. They come roaring back as Ivan Aguilar with the steal, and he's going to go coast to coast for the easy lay-in. Then it's going to be a few plays later. Aguilar is going to take it into the paint, where he finds a wide open Isaac Hernandez. Nothing but net. Let's look at the final in this one. Odessa High winning tonight 58-50, as well as Odessa Permian playing today as well. They beat over the Sweet Morning Mustangs. That was a little bit of a blowout, 82-19. And turning to the NBA, big Texas matchup tonight. San Antonio beating the Houston Rockets 102-100. James Harden had a chance at the end to win it and just
couldn't do it.
Just couldn't do it. All Spurs today.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Not going to feel like winter tomorrow.
No, it's not. We're exactly going to see temperatures lower 70s, almost running 20 degrees above where we should be this time of the year for the start of winter. But after that, though, back to Christmas West.
Looking good for Christmas. That's not bad. Stephen Colbert is coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow.